Well, hello, it's Amanda here, and I'm here with a broadleaf thyme update. Now, I've been gushing over many videos about the broadleaf thyme, and let me get into the position where you would have seen all of my plants. So I had initially had them all here. There was like one here, one there, one there. This bit was full of broadleaf thyme, but they got unmanageable. So as I'd been cutting them, I'd been flinging them by the fence, hadn't planted any, and look, they've been growing. And that's the thing about broadleaf thyme. It's like wherever it finds a piece of soil or whatever, it doesn't even have to find any soil. I just threw these on top of one another and they've been growing. So I find for my garden, the broadleaf thyme can be slightly invasive. I still want one of those shredders so that if I put it through, it can be, I can use it as mulch, because at the moment, as I say, wherever you put it down, it grows really fast. And there's another area, for most of the areas that I had the broadleaf thyme in, I've cut back. And I've allowed them to grow against the fence. See, as I say, I've just kind of chucked them and they've started to grow where they've landed. The other thing that happened is that they flowered and there was millions of seeds in those flowers, and so it was just like I was getting all these tiny little plantlets. Now I do like it as a plant, but I don't want it taking over. And you decide for yourself, how big you want plants to grow. You can manage it, and you have to make those kind of decisions, thinking about where you plant it. Is it going to be an obstruction? Is it going to be too hard to cut back? How are you going to manage it? So I guess one of the ways that you can manage the broadleaf thyme is to put it in pots and not just allow it to grow like this, because again, this particular area that they're in is rich in compostable materials. The soil was really rich here, and they love it here. But there was a dip here, so that's one of the other reasons why I was throwing it here, because I wanted it to, I'm not going to, it's the fence, and I just wanted to make sure that there wasn't anything any large animals or whatever that could crawl through, or you must be saying to yourself, what kind of large animals would be crawling through your fence? Anyway, but just to, it was an area that I wasn't going to go to, so let me just let the broadleaf thyme deal with that. And so for now, all I do every now and again is to pull a piece off and throw it back into throw it to the back, so that it will get dense and thick, and then I can just maintain it. You can maintain it. It's quite easy to move, and it doesn't throw down too deep root system. Like I had one here and one here, and I was able to get them up quite easily, and you saw how big they had grown. Anyway, so that's the broadleaf thyme. I still use it. I still use it in some of the dishes, and use it to scent a particular area. So I'll crush up the leaves, and I will see if, because of it's the oils that it has in it, to see if it's a deterrent for some insects. These snails don't seem to mind it, so that's something that's not worked for the snails. Anyway, so that is the broadleaf thyme. I'm going to leave it there. Again, it is a good plant to have. Maybe in hindsight, what I would have done is to contain it in a pot, or you could even put the pots in the ground if you wanted it in a particular area. But it is a good plant to have. Okay, so you take care for now, and I will see you soon for another update.